Alright guys, we're almost here. We're sailing across the sea to Sentinel. You see we got that letter from Loten. Let's take a look. Not that creepy one. Here we go. Castle Sentinel. Fabel. Greetings and salutations. I hope your trip was uneventful. They say that you are keenly interested in the haunting of Daggerfall. My father and King Lysandus were somewhat close. Should you come visit me, I might be able to shed some light upon recent events involving Lysandus. Prince Loten, Castle Sentinel. Yes, so we're sailing across the bay on our way to Sentinel. You know, it's gonna be nice. I thought I'd take a little bit of a breather, you know, sailing across the sea. Let's go inside the ship for a minute and take inventory of our things, right? Let's get off the gear as we're about to pull into town. But our you know, I think we should make progress towards finishing out our armor over here. We've come a little bit towards full completion, but we're not quite there. Let's also remove all our potion recipes. Yes. Let's put that potion in here. Also, we've got to find our final diamond. That's definitely for sure. But, you know, we've been sailing for a little while. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to Sentinel, yes. In fact, I think I see land over there. Alright. Bit of a climb, but, we're used to it. This is definitely Sentinel for sure. I mean, look at all this sand and... Oh, I think I see the castle wall, or I think I see the city wall over the hill over there. Let's hurry, why don't we? Oh, it looks like there's a bunch of people outside. You guys just walk out here? Alright, well, you are entering Sentinel. Perhaps they're traders, you know, coming from their ships down from the sea as well. I would expect them to have better infrastructure, though. Maybe a dock down there. Who knows? But here we are. Look, it's the front gate as well. Alright. Here we are. Yep, Sentinel. Sentinel. Ooh. It's quite a big town, but, most of it's taken up by their palace. Let's go around. I think this is the Mages Guild. Let's go see the Mages Guild real quick. Okay, so there's that inn. There's this inn. And then there's this Knights of the Iron. Or I guess it's just Knights of Iron. You know, I'll have to ask my, my Knight brothers, why we're the Knights of the Owl? Which owl are we the Knights of? It's a bit baffling if you ask me, but don't tell them I said that. Alright, let's see. There's an inn if we take a left. The Mages Guild should also be a left from there. And, alright, there's the inn. The Screaming Dagger. Okay. Let's go under this roof and, ooh. Look at that palace. Quite a sight, huh? And there's the Mages Guild. Nice, so we'll be able to do some work here. We could even transport back to, Glen Point if we need to, but, you know, as of right now, let's do a little exploring around here. I've heard that their economy is booming, and they've got a really profitable, really high quality weapons market. Which is down here, of course. So yeah, it's in the southwest portion of the city. All right, we should just go straight this way. It looks like someone put up their house just to block the market. That's a bit weird. But we'll come around, and the market should be just this way. Yes. All right. Nordier's attire. There's Stogton's general jewelry shop. Are we just on the edge? Oh, okay. We need to, like, I guess we'll cut through here. Alright, here we are. Okay. So there's a bookshop, the Emperor's Incunabula, Sentinel's Best Spices, Glitch's Finest Smith. I wonder who Glitch is. There's the bank, Queen's Sundries, First Class Unguents, the Odd Library, the Adventurer's Weaponry. Okay, yes, that seems to be... And also Maeverin's General Shop. Let's go in the Adventurer's Weaponry. Incense and soft music soothe your nerves as you cross the threshold. Each item in this shop is carefully mounted and displayed. Not the slightest defect can be detected in any item within. Oh, but quite a cramped little space, huh? Well, hello there. I'll see what you have. Alright, a Mithril Tanto. And a Daedric Mace. Quite nice, but not quite what I'm looking for. What is this? Is this a wooden... Is this like a training pole that you strike and someone's cut it down to the very center? That's very anime of you. Let's go to this this jeweler's adequate construction store. Okay. Show me the diamond, please. It's usually deserty places that have diamonds, isn't it? I guess not, though. Well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we haven't found it, but that's okay. You know, maybe they have different clothing here. Let's take a look. Maybe I'll choose something that's more deserty. Let's see. Maybe a vest or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, a massive evening gown. Wow. There's something like that. Yeah, let's go with that. Nice red bounding. 15 gold. Take off the cloak, it's too hot. And yes, I think that's pretty good. Alright, thank you very much, sir. Here's a weapon shop. The arms maker. You're not a maker of very fine arms for this city, are you? Here's a skillfully crafted one. Yes, as expected, I don't think I'm gonna... Well, there's a Daedric broadsword, but... I don't think I'm gonna find any armor I'm looking for. Let's just continue on to the palace. It's massive, isn't it? I think this might be the biggest palace in the game. Alright. Let's head on in. The guard by the door intones in a bored voice. All those having business with Queen Akarithi pass through the door at the back of the hall. Yes, well, thank you very much, sir. Though I don't have business with Akarithi today. No, I'm looking for a younger man, one of the royalty still. Oh yes, you, sir, you must be Lotan. I forgot the voice I did for him. Welcome to Sentinel, Fabel. I guess you must have received my letter. I know some things about Lysandus and why he might be haunting Daggerfall. But before I tell you, you have to promise to do something for me first. Is that all right? Of course. You will. Thank RK. You see, I used to have an older brother, 10 or 11 years older than me, named Shurkan. Whenever I ask what happened to him, I'm told a different story. Some say he got sick and died, some say he was kidnapped by the Underking. I want to know the truth. If you can find some proof of what really happened to him, I'll tell you all I know about King Lysandus. Alright then. Very well, let's get that done. So, we need to ask around about Prince Lotons. Yes, Shurkan. Good day, Thalka. What do you know about Shurkan? What do you know about Shurkan? What do you know about Shurkan? Who would have thought it? Shurkan was a prince of Sentinel. He died years ago. I wouldn't want to be called no gossip, but he was the only prince to never receive a public funeral. Well, it seems people don't know very much about this Shurkan. I guess it makes sense. He disappeared years ago, right? Let's go to an inn. We've got to take a rest after that very long voyage we took. Alright, here we are. Hello there. I'd like a room for 199 days. Thank you very much. Alright, and we have to wait for several days actually, so let's go 72. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 do. Perfect. Let's go outside now. Oh, it's a nice rainy day. I love this kind of day. But you don't expect it to rain very much in the desert, do you? A young lad with a rose of Wayrest embroidered on his surcoat appears at your side, hands you an engraved card, and disappears. Let's take a read at this card. King Edouard and Queen Baranzaya, sovereigns of the Kingdom of Wayrest, are proud to announce the engagement of Morgaya, Princess of Wayrest, to Carodil, King of Firsthold in the Isle of Somerset. Wasn't that nice? Nice announcement, yes. I'm glad that she got married, and you know, she'll live a nice life, for sure. But it's not exactly what I need right now. Let's ask around a little bit more. Tell me about Shurkan. You don't know, huh? We'll give it another day. There it is. A thin rail of a woman steps forward and hands you a note. She turns aside all your questions with a gaunt, expressionless face. Here it is, letter unsigned. Dear Fabel, if you are interested in learning the truth about Prince Shurkan, meet me At the House and Fawn in Kajini's of Sentinel. Alright, so we need to make our way to Kajini's. Let's go upstairs to their teleporter. Kajini's. Here we are in the place. Alright, Mouse and Fawn. Oh, here's another stone horse. Man, I guess they're a lot more popular than I thought. Okay. The Mouse and Fawn. We need to meet with someone here. Let's see, who could it be? There we go. Negtem. The bell? Shh. I would prefer that nobody sees me talking with you. What are you talking about? We're in a secluded room. It has come to our attention that the Underking is being wrongly accused of abducting Prince Shurkan. Before you judge, check into Castle Falem. I'll mark it on your map. Who am I? Just call me a loyal servant. Now, move away before anyone gets suspicious. Go on, scram. Gee. Alright, lady. Well then. We have a lead. Castle Falem. Castle Falem. It's on that little island there. Let's go by ship, of course, and make our way there. There it is. Whoa! That spooked me. Oh. Stitched into the zombie's decaying flesh, you see the following message. The bell. It would be an honor to have you visit me in my dimensnet. What?
Domain.
Domain. It would be an honor to have you visit me in my domain, at your convenience. I have a small matter that you are ideally suited for. As always, my servants will test your mettle. Feel free to dispose with them. They can always be raised again. The King of Worms, Master of Skorg Barrow. Oh, is that so? Well, you'll just have to wait, King of Worms. I've got other business to attend to. Here we are in Castle Falem. Yes, indeed. Let's hope that we don't find the prince's corpse here. Okay. Just head on in. First things first, let's put a recall point. And then... Okay, let's see, we already casted Greater Vanish. Let's cast Small Shield. And off we go. A giant. Yes, well, go down, sir. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And he fell pretty hard. This lock is easy, of course, but there's nothing behind it. Alright. Ah, yes, it's a human dungeon. That's good for me. More loot. Ah, but it's a large one. Plenty of places to go, but let's stick to the less open-ended areas first. We might find it right away, what we're looking for. Whether he's alive or dead. Okay, let's go this way. Just Just a zombie. Yet another zombie. Does not unlock yet again. Okay. Let's continue. Ah, here we are down here. Let's let them duke it out while we explore through here. Of course. Ghost is dead. Let's get all these alchemy ingredients. All right. This is some ritual here. Let's take that, and yes, your gold will be very useful. Some dead bodies. Let's hope that none of those are those. Let's hope that none of those are the prints we're looking for. Okay, let's continue. This way. Dang it. Alright, let's cast a little firebolt. I don't think we hit. Let's run up there and take care of that knight. Oh, I died. Or I fell. Ooh. I've been poisoned. Well, that's not good. That's really not good. Thankfully I quick saved. Okay. I feel somewhat bad still. Well, this is awful, actually. Because I don't have any magicka. I've been poisoned, and my stats are dropping. I can't cast anything. Perhaps I have a cure poison in my wagon. Let's go run back quickly. Where's the way? Oh, it's straight up here? No, it's not. There we go. Okay, cure disease. I need cure poison. There we go. Can't carry it. Let's put it back there. I think we should probably equip our stuff, shouldn't we? Cure poison. I can't carry any. Okay. 3. The heck? Oh. Oh, because our strength is so... Oh, we're dead. Okay. Let's load our quick save, and we gotta make it back quick. Come on, let's make it. Feels somewhat bad. Man, that's a really nasty poison. Come on. Gotta make it. Did we go the wrong way? No, we didn't. Right here. Okay, let's remove all our stuff. Okay, we can take the cure poison and let's use it. Okay. We're good. Perfect. Alright. That's why you carry potions. Alright. Let's get all our stuff back on. Dear. Okay, well, it looks like we might have to be more wary of poison here in Sentinel. Hammerfell seems to be a bit more dangerous, doesn't it? Thought you could sneak up on me. No, throne room. This feels quite nice, actually, but can't be resting right now. We've already checked in here, yes. Zombie down again. Alright. Let's run up. Does not unlock. I'll be the judge of that. More humans. Poisoners. Okay. An ebony warhammer. That'll sell quite nice. And an adamantium saber. Perfect. Whoa. Quite loud there. Alright. Man, these knights are quite durable, aren't they? They're not falling to the regular 1 or 2 hits that they usually do. These are catapults. Too bad I can't get them to work. I might be able to rocket myself over there with them. Oh, yes. Let's come through here. There's a map. A finely drawn vellum reveals the secret location of the house of Duke Darkheith, which you record. Ooh, that man's a aura farmer kind of name, isn't it? Khajiit as well. Added Daedric War Axe. Nice. Oh, it's just perfect, isn't it? Okay. Let's go check these doors. Another large area, huh? I see this guy's a magician, actually. I don't want to run into another situation like before, so let's run over here and rest. You can't move, huh? What? I can hit you. Man, my spells do nothing. Let's load. Oh, he fell. Ouch. I'll take your stuff. Alright. Let's float back up there. There's nothing here. Ooh. Really? This is a really bad, like, this is evil from the developers. Right here, really? Okay. You pick up a death certificate. Oh, well. You would expect that in a coffin, wouldn't you? Let's take a look at it. An historic document. The 23rd of Morningstar, 3E400. Castle Fallem. Let me get away from the fire. It's really annoying. Okay, let's use it. 2 days I was sealed within this crypt without food or water. I do not know whether hunger or poor health or one of the creatures who share this dank hole with me will kill me first. I only know that I will soon be dead, and not even my bones will remain. My hope is that in the years to come this letter will be read and the sad story of Shrur Khan, Prince of Sentinel, will be told. I am 15 years old at the time of this writing, and have been plagued with bad health for most of my life, to the frustration of my hearty parents. The finest healers and apothecaries in Western Tamriel have labored over my every cough and fever, but while they could save my life time and time again, they could not improve my sickly constitution. In retrospect, I received little real affection from the king and queen, embarrassed as they were about begetting such a cripple as the heir of the kingdom. I cannot say I missed the love. I received much attention from doctors, priests, and herbalists constantly at court. Certainly I was not to be the sort of warrior that King Cameron was, but one of my dearest friends, a priest of Stendar, said that I might be the first scholar king in the history of Sentinel. My youngest sister, Obkai, was the true favorite of my parents. Athletic, beautiful, and charming. It is hard to think of an uncomplimentary word for her. I am resigned to my imminent death, and yet I would like to see her once again. For 6 years, Obkai and I were the only children of Sentinel. 8 years ago, the queen had a boy child, and named him Greclith, after the ancient Redguard word for strong king. Few speak that tongue any longer, but all the scholars and nobles of Hammerfell understood, and Greclith is a strong boy indeed. I have never so much as seen him cough. The queen's next child, born only a year after Greclith, had been an even more ominous birth name, Lotan, second boy. Perhaps I have been less sheltered, more suspicious by nature. I might have read into these nominations. Lotan and Greclith are common enough names in our family, I reasoned. Now I know that even then I was disinherited, even if it was not official yet. For several months before Lotan's birth, and over 3 years afterwards, I was in the throes of a very serious fever. The doctors despaired of me, but somehow and very, very gradually I recovered. For the first time and the last, I read an expression on my father, the king's face, that was not indifference. It was disgust. That was a fortnight ago. 3 nights ago, I was seized by men I have never seen while I was having a walk. My nursemaid stood by, watching placidly as I was gagged and tied and thrown roughly into a sack. I do not know how long they rode with me, but I was eventually left here. When I finally freed myself from my bonds, I found that I was alone. My wanders have gotten me nowhere. This place is filled with undead creatures that prevent me from finding any exit. I have no hope left, but no fear either. A few regrets. Perhaps had I studied magic instead of history and science, I could free myself of this place. One of my tutors told the story of the Underking, how he had placed his life force in the body of a powerful being and had thus conquered all Tamriel long, long ago. Had I only the strength of a more powerful body like that. But I did not study magic. I studied history, so I leave this letter, not to revenge myself, but as an historic document. Well, isn't that sad? Is this his body? He looks a little bit older than 15, I guess not. Or maybe this was even his spirit and I laid it to rest just now. Let's hope it's something warm like that. Of course, I forgot to teleport Anchor. Oh well, we'll make our way back. It won't be long. And then we'll return to Lotan and break the news. How unfortunate indeed. This sort of thing is not uncommon though in courts and noble circles. After all, they need strong people, and it's all political, it's not personal. Perhaps for Shuriken it was personal, but yes, that's how it is. All right. Back we go. All right. On this dark and rainy night, let's head back, why don't we? All right. Hello there, Lotan. I bring news of your brother. This is what I most feared. Poor Shuriken. As I promised, here's what I've heard about Lysandus. I don't know how much of this is secret, but I trust you. Lysandus was in love with his court sorceress, a noblewoman named Medora Dureni, and during the war with us, his queen found out. They say that while her husband was gone, Queen Minisera banished Medora from the court. My sister Obkai is queen now, part of the treaty to ensure peace. But Minisera still resides at Castle Daggerfall as the Dowager Queen Mother. I don't know where Medora went, but I know she has an enormous castle somewhere on the Isle of Balfiera. But I also heard there's some kind of curse on her, and she can never leave. I don't know if that helps you, but that's all I know. Again, thank you for Shuriken's letter. Just knowing what happened will ease my heart. Please take this jade as a token of my appreciation. Thank you very much. Alright, well, I'll see you later, Lotan. Yes. This is quite a bit of information indeed, quite useful. Let's go write in our journal. Okay, here we are. According to Lotan, Lysandus, Lysandus had a lover, Medora Dureni. Medora was banished by Minisera. She is somewhere in Balfiera. Perhaps Medora could help with Lysandus' curse. Okay. Well, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you guys so very much for watching. This has been Daggerfall, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.